Hi, everybody. Welcome to Baseball Discourse. I am Dan Lovallo. Major League Baseball is going back on NBC. Yes, it is. And they should be announcing the deal officially shortly. Remember, the Major League Baseball owners have been meeting in New York. But here's the bottom line. The Athletic has reported on this, other websites have reported on it. Baseball is going to be bringing in an additional $750 million. And this is going to sound all convoluted when you see and hear the breakdown, but here goes. What happened, what got this rolling was when ESPN opted out of its $1.65 billion contract with Major League Baseball with 3 years remaining. And suddenly baseball was going to be without 1.65 billion in additional revenue. So the commissioner, after initially criticizing ESPN, had to start getting very creative, and he did. So ESPN is back in the game, along with NBC and its streaming service Peacock. Netflix is in the game as well. And it's just, I'm going to break it down for you. I hope it doesn't sound this confusing, but here's the deal. First of all, NBC is going to be forking over $200 million for 3 years. What does that mean? You're going to get Sunday night baseball. And if there's a conflict with the NFL or with the NBA, games from those leagues are also on Sunday night. NBC has essentially turned all of its Sunday night programming over to sports. But if there's a conflict, it'll go to Peacock. And there may be some other Major League Baseball games on Peacock as well. The Sunday morning package, which started out on Peacock, by the way, and then MLB, after Peacock bowed out, gave it to Roku. That Sunday morning package is going back to NBC by way of Peacock. So you'll be able to see the late Sunday morning, early afternoon games on Peacock. So NBC back in the game. They're also going to get some postseason action as well. Now, Netflix, they're going to get opening day, that premier opening day game. No other baseball game will be played on opening day. Netflix will get that, Yankees and the Giants. And then NBC will get the next night, and there'll be primetime baseball for day 2 of the Major League Baseball season. Got it? Plus, Netflix gets the Field of Dreams game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Minnesota Twins. And also, Netflix will be coming away with the Home Run Derby competition, that Home Run Derby before the All-Star game. Don't forget, Fox still has its TV deal, by the way, even though they're not mentioned in this. ESPN, well, remember, they had taken 1.65 billion away from baseball. They're giving baseball that 165 billion back. But what do they get in return? Well, they're going to get 30 weeknight games of their choosing, plus they get the MLB.TV baseball package. Remember, you'd watch if you get the MLB network, you see various games that are on during the season. Well, they're not going to be on the MLB network anymore. ESPN is going to carry those games. So that's part of the deal as well. Additionally, ESPN Radio gets the Sunday night baseball games during the regular season, the playoff games, and the World Series. So baseball is going to be everywhere. They had to give up a lot. Those games that the MLB network carried, and they would pick up feeds from the local team, but they were a hit for the baseball channel, the MLB.TV channel. And now it's going to go to ESPN. So baseball had to give up a lot in order to keep that $1.65 billion coming in from ESPN, plus getting an additional $750 million. What is it, $200 million from NBC? Netflix is going to give $50 million a year. When it all adds up, it turns out to be an additional $750 million for Major League Baseball. But hey, as a kid, I remember watching the Game of the Week on NBC, Kurt Gowdy, Tony Kubek, and then later it was Vin Scully and Joe Garagiola. There was also a stretch where it was Garagiola and Kubek. I think Dick Enberg got in on the action as well. But I remember Saturday afternoon, Game of the Week, Kurt Gowdy, Tony Kubek. In fact, here on my Baseball Discourse channel, I had interviewed Gowdy, and Gowdy talks about the Game of the Week, talks about broadcasting the first night World Series game. It's all there, and you can see it on the channel. But that's the big news. It's going to be made official shortly that Major League Baseball is going back to NBC in addition to all these other channels, and it's going to be wild. That's going to do it for Baseball Discourse. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you later.